Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bamm Raw TV. This is episode 3 about P. Diddy. And on this episode here, I'm talking about the entertainment industry.
Do you know who the woman is?
No.
And to be clear, he received it in its complete form. So I think just to make sure we have some clarity here, the manuscript that Mr. Burgess received was already in its complete form. It's not that he edited it or changed anything.
Got it.
He did give it to someone
Makes
else
sense.
who then edited it, but that's not how he received it.
Okay, so Ariel, did your client, Courtney, receive the book from the woman who seems to have written it, saying, I'm a woman of my word, and this book is going to make it to print?
I don't know if he received it from a man or a woman. He can answer that.
I received it from a man. I tell you, somebody she was dating.
After all, public figures today also choose to keep quiet about them. Is it just a coincidence?
Where are his celebrity peers saying, oh my God? Everybody's quiet. Why?
This is despite the fact that for years, nearly everyone wanted to make it onto P. Diddy's guest list.
The people at the party, Puff at that time had a room, Missy Elliott had a room, dum, 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 you know what I'm saying? Dum, 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 dum. And standing on the wall, nobody knew who he was. Guess who it was? It was Jay-Z.
Rumor has it that the rapper personally handpicked who got invited.
Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's probably easier to say who wasn't there. His parties have welcomed stars like Paris Hilton, Mariah Carey, Drake, LeBron James, and countless others. Diddy's friend Ashton Kutcher visited his place, but these days, he's pretty tight-lipped about it, despite having hosted one of the white parties.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
What is it that everyone seems so afraid to talk about?
Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane stuff. Ugh.
8 years ago, Howard Stern tried to get Usher to spill the beans on this topic. After all, he must have some intriguing stories. At just 13, Usher lived with P. Diddy in New York City for a year and was part of his so-called Puffy Flavor Camp.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really.
Usher was pretty careful during the chat. He didn't confirm anything, but he also didn't deny the host's assumptions.
Nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it.
Well, the deeper we dig, the more striking details emerge. And according to Texas attorney Tony Busby, there's still more to come.
Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs.
That number is truly shocking, right?
The judge is considering allowing Diddy to leave the notorious Metropolitan Detention Center for a 3-bedroom apartment on New York's Upper East Side. He would be monitored there 24/7 by a security team housed in the building. The judge did deny Diddy's legal team's request that he be released to his Star Island, Florida mega mansion. This is the same property that was raided at the same time as his LA estate, and where freak-off materials and guns were seized.
And you can see right here.
Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bamm Raw TV. This is episode 3 about P. Diddy. And on this episode here, I'm talking about the entertainment industry. Not just about rap, about the entertainment industry and the things that have been going on in that industry for years and years. In the entertainment industry, people have been using their influence. I've talked to some earlier people that still is in the business now. And people in the entertainment business who have already made it or who have power to make or break people's career has been a common thing to be used. And it was socially acceptable back in the days. it was understood that you have to claw your way up. You had to kiss some butt. You had to women different things that you had to do and going on. This is not new. This is not new. It was going back with Epstein. It was going back. I tell you what, we can take it so further, go all the way back to Tina Turner, one of the greatest latest singles it was. One of the greatest R&B. And what was she was experiencing? If you look at what she was experiencing and compare it to what P. Diddy doing now, this lady, according to her own story, according to her own testimony, she was made to lay with men. She was slapped and beat around. He got her hooked on. Ike was basically pimping her. He was pimping her through the entertainment business. That's basically what he was doing. Now, other people like actors or producers, Epstein, all these women did going on that he did that too. And going, all these women in entertainment industry, he did this too. You see what I'm saying? So this is not just happening thing. It's not just in the rap world. It's just not in the rap industry. It's all in there. I talked to a guy who been in the music business for a long time, and as we was talking, you may have seen that, but he said, hey, naturally a person in a position gonna look out for his people. He gonna put them first, even if a person's music is better than my people, or the people that looking for me to look out for him. I'm gonna push his brand. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him because he's looking for me to look out for him. No doubt, I need him to look out for me on something. Whether it's fix my car, whether it's go over here and do this, or go this here. It's something in that. If he my cousin, it's still something in that. Because my cousin, I can rely on him to be part of this show when I don't have this much money to pay him. So it goes on, but he did not, because he's a man in the word, he did not go to the darker side of it. The same way people push their family, their friends, and when they in the industry, they help them. They also help people that they want to do things with. They like people they're attracted to. They like ladies they trying to win over or things like that. And when they win her over for sex or whatever reason, she can sing pretty good. She can sing pretty good. But she can't sing as good as this girl over here who refused to give up anything, who refused to go to bed with me. Because she is refusing to go to bed with me, her chances is zero with me. I can take this girl right here and blow her up just like I can her. But it benefit me if I'm looking for sexual gratification, I'm looking for anything, even money kickback, it benefits me to push her. And the music industry have been doing that for years and years. You know what I'm saying? They create boy bands just for their purpose. And P. Diddy came along and doing the same thing. He got caught up doing the same thing. Is it right? No, it ain't right. But it's been, if you undercover a lot of things, like I said, I met a lot of guys, and I talked to a homeboy who actually got out of, he actually was having a successful, he was touring, doing pretty good, had a successful group. I mean, him not a group, but he was doing successful rap gigs and everything. And he told me out his mouth, he said, man, it was getting so crazy that if you wasn't kissing this person's butt or you wasn't letting this person here and going on, they was blackballing you. You couldn't do nothing. He said they blackballing you. They wouldn't push your stuff. They had the radio people under their belt, so they had influence over the radio people, so they wasn't pushing your stuff and going on. They wasn't putting you in their videos. They wasn't doing this. The girls, they won't put them in their videos and stuff like they blackballing. And they blackballing. He said, man, it had got to a certain point, and whether he said it jokingly or not, his words were, man, it had got to a certain point. I had to get out because it looked like I was going to have to sell my booty. He said, that's what he said. He said, I got out of it, man. He said, and a man left a career that was very promising. Or at least I think it was, and other people think it was because he did pretty good. And you got others now. Like I said, I met Luke. I met Scarface. I met Too Shorts. I met all these dudes. I met Bushwick Bill and all these people up at the radio station and I listen to how they move, and I see what's expected of them. I'm not saying none of them got down like that and going on, but it's a hard business, man. You sitting up there, Bushwick Bill damn near sung his whole song at the radio station. You're trying to impress people. You always got to trust people because you need these people to push your music. You need these people to do things for you. So you are relying on these people to help your career grow. And that's a cold shot. When your career making it or you being broke, making it or not making it depends on this one particular person or being in the video. They're gonna get you that acclaim. Everybody sit there and they talk about Jennifer Lopez, how Jennifer Lopez started out dancing in solid gold. She got herself up front. She got herself up there. She got on the solid gold. Started out dancing. Now look at her. She ain't jitting from the block no more. So it's the chance, the power they have in their hand to put a girl in a video on the spotlight, put her on a video on the spotlight, to put her in this episode of his video, to put her on, to even push her music, any kind of entertainment factor, push her clothing line, push anything. All this here is lead to profit for them and lead for a livelihood. So anytime you're able to affect a person's livelihood, especially in the entertainment business, then that's a coercion right now. You put them at a spot with, damn, do I feed my children and go and do this here? Or do I tolerate this here in order to be able to buy that car? I won't pay them bills. I mean, look at the entertainment bit. You can go all the way back to the time when what happened with Jim Brown and Raquel Welch. When you look that up, the accusation that was made against Jim Brown and going on, Jim Brown was a football star, and she was just coming into the business, lady. And it was accusation made. If you look them up, you'll see the accusations. I'm not gonna go into it, but that's it. That's the way it happens in the entertainment business. Now, what do they do about it? What do they do to stop another P. Diddy from arising if he haven't already arose? If, like I said, based on allegation, what do they do? What thing do they construct in entertainment business will keep it business? Keep it straight business, keep it straight. You hire this person based on their quality, or it's hard to father that, because everything is subject to, I could say, hey, well, she got more appeal than her, even though her music ain't as good. There's too many ways to dodge that bullet. So how do they do it? Because everybody want to be a star. Hey, thank you for tuning in on Bamm Bamm Raw TV. And I hope I answered y'all questions. I got that information I got that other folder with that information, and I've started reading through it, and I'm gonna read further on through it, and we'll see what I have to say about that. You know me, I try to keep it real. Y'all ask me to look into something, I'm gonna try to be respectful, but I'm gonna say what I think about the situation. Thank you, love y'all for being on here. Subscribe, let's make this thing bigger. Love.
Your lawyer just said the story the tapes tell are the story of Diddy from the last several decades. And I know that you've known Diddy for a very long time. Can you describe what that story is based on what you now know to be true, the last several decades of Diddy's behavior and the reason he's now sitting in lockup?
I think I've been doing it for 35 years. I think we probably entered the music business at the same time. He entered with Uptown, I entered into Big Beat, Atlantic. At the time, I guess he was ambitious. He was, then from ambitious went to doing anything. And then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat. And then he ended up turning into Lucifer today. I look at him, I know y'all call him Diddy or Puffy, y'all call him Lucifer.
As Sean Combs fights once again for pretrial release from a New York detention center, pending trial on racketeering and sex trafficking charges, we're examining a key issue in this case, the allegation that Combs was engaging in illegal freak-off sessions even this year.
Justin Bieber was also underage when P. Diddy brought him into his exclusive circle.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
As you can see, the singer was all smiling in the video, excited for the crazy fun. But would he still be laughing afterward?
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Real dream or nightmare? Because these days, Justin is seen as one of P. Diddy's potential victims. Many of his fans felt this way after an interview where he got emotional discussing the early days of his career. He also mentioned wanting to protect his colleague Billie Eilish from all this drama.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Now, like many of his peers, Bieber hasn't said anything about Diddy's situation. But if he does choose to speak up, it could definitely shake things up in this case.
If he was a victim, God forbid, I encourage him to do it, because you need someone strong like that to break the dam.
So far, the only person who has publicly said anything is Jeff Wittek. The podcaster shared details about his alleged experience at one of Combs' lingerie sex parties back in 2010.
Because I saw live sex happen that night, and that's the first time I saw that happen ever in my life. And did I partake? No, but I got drunk there.
Now to an update on another high-profile court case. Could Diddy be getting out of lockup after 71 days behind bars? A New York judge is weighing whether the disgraced hip-hop mogul should be granted his $50 million bail request.
And you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced.
The government has argued that Diddy has threatened to kill his own personal staff and has tried to influence a potential jury pool with this social media post. A phone call with his kids on his 55th birthday.
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
Diddy will likely be spending Thanksgiving behind bars, where he'll either have a traditional Thanksgiving meal for lunch or hot and sour tofu plus a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner.